I think the taller, longer fighter with the better defense should be favored, and that's Boots, right? Because generally, that guy wins those fights. But it's a different thing than actually going out and beating Vergil Ortiz and doing it in style. If he
especially
fights,
in that type of manner.
Who should be the favorite in that fight, Shady?
I'm going with Boots.
Favored.
Yeah, I'm going with Boots.
He should be the betting favorite.
Yes.
I think he will be.
I think he's more talented. He's better. Looks better.
Yeah. I think this is a genuine coin flip fight. I really do. And I think we have to remember that Vergil Ortiz has fought the much, much better competition.
That's true.
He beat Israel Madrimov, very quality win. Madrimov gave Crawford all he could handle. And that was a fight where Vergil Ortiz had to come back from down on the card. So he showed real heart, real character.
Renowned sports commentator Max Kellerman and an elite boxing expert dissect the strategic matchups, technical skills, and high stakes behind a potential blockbuster showdown between undefeated pound-for-pound talents Jaron Boots Ennis and Vergil Ortiz Jr.
Mean Machine.
Mean Machine.
Mean Machine's Mean Machine's a good fighter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know he's fought and beaten good fighters, Vergil Ortiz. That's why I'm saying, guys, if this fight happens and Boots wins a close, tough fight, then he is at least what we think he is, right? What we thought he was. But if Boots can show real separation between himself and a dude like Vergil Ortiz, then he's a rock.
Even as Eddie Hearn heavily praises Jaron after his spectacular win over Xander, he quickly shifts his focus to warn Vergil and openly question if he has the true courage to step into the lion's den after such a massive layoff.
And maybe we fight Vergil Ortiz. You know, and going back to the comments, as someone said, ask Vergil Ortiz if he'll take the fight next, because I don't think he will. And I'd be very surprised because, and by the way, I don't necessarily blame him because he has been out. When was the Lubin fight? I don't know. November last year. So, you know, what are we now? 9 months, 8 months, 9 months. Time he gets in the ring again won't be till September, October. It'll be nearly a year since he's boxed. Are you going to go straight into Jaron Boots Ennis? If you are, let's talk. But realistically, I don't think you are. I think you're going to come back and you're going to go, oh, I want one more fight, and then, which is fine.
Eddie Hearn makes it clear that they refuse to use their newly won championship gold as an excuse to the most anticipated clash in the division. He guarantees they are fully prepared to square off right now because this massive fight is absolutely happening and boxing desperately needs it.
And by the way, we're also not going to sit here and go, we're the champion now. It's a voluntary defence, 15% for a voluntary defence, like you've seen Haney and all these people do. It's like so boring. It's a massive fight, and I can't sit there and tell you that we shouldn't do that fight when I spent 6 months telling you how much we need that fight and boxing needs that fight. So we must make Boots against Ortiz, but realistically, will he do it next? We'll speak to DAZN and Oscar, and if they want to go, we'll consider it with Boots for sure.
Eddie Hearn fiercely rejects the sheer arrogance of making anyone beg for this opportunity because greatness speaks for itself in the ring. Rather than playing typical promotional power games, he is actively issuing a direct challenge to see if the opponent has the heart to step up.
If Vergil Ortiz, who I respect and I like the guy, if he really, where is he?
Right.
I would be crawling here tonight.
Senior said that you guys need to do more to earn a fight with him. Do you think tonight was enough?
Yo, what? I don't know what you talking about, guy.
He said that.
Listen, I'm for. Listen. No, that was before tonight, right? Yeah. Listen, we don't need to prove nothing. We don't need to chase a fight with Vergil. Yeah, okay. But what I'm saying, listen, we're not getting into that. What I'm saying is, listen, and I said this before Boots come in. We are not going to sit there with full of arrogance like some people would right now and say, tough luck Vergil Ortiz, he's the unified world champion, he's a superstar of the sport, get in line and take your 15% for a voluntary defence. That's what some people would say if they were arrogant. What we say is, we love the big fights.
Eddie Hearn reveals that while they already signed up for this brutal matchup without any gold on the line, the stakes have now completely skyrocketed. The hunt for legendary status is officially on, and a legacy tour means destroying every major champion standing in their way to undisputed glory.
But we took that Vergil Ortiz fight, he signed for that fight, right? We took that fight for no belt. We took it for the fans to prove he was the best. Unfortunately for Vergil Ortiz, the team, everybody, Everett, Sean, we did an unbelievable job to land the unified world championship. And now he's the unified world champion. So, sorry Vergil, in a way, we want to be undisputed. But we don't rule out that fight. It's a big fight. But he's about legacies. As he said, it's the legacy tour. It's the IBF and the WBC to win.
Oscar De La Hoya fires back with massive respect, calling Jaron an absolute machine while instantly throwing down the gauntlet for the ultimate showdown. He is completely pushing past the promotional politics and urging everyone to immediately sign the contract for what he guarantees will be the biggest war in boxing today.
Boots Ennis, what a great fight. You are a machine. Zayas, a little inexperienced, but you will be back. You're a great fighter. Let's make the biggest fight in boxing today. Vergil Ortiz, Boots Ennis, let's go!
But the path to this fight isn't that simple. Paulie Malignaggi reveals a major legal roadblock currently trapping Vergil on the sidelines, creating a massive wave of uncertainty over when this mega fight can actually happen. However, he emphasizes that this forced delay might actually be a blessing in disguise because it guarantees the eventual collision will be an explosive battle for the world championship.
Vergil Ortiz being mentioned, but right now Vergil Ortiz is on the bench in a contract dispute with Golden Boy that may or may not last a while, but hopefully there can come a point where Jaron Ennis and Vergil Ortiz can't fight each other, because that would be a blockbuster fight. And guess what? Now that could be for a world title. That was one of my gripes about that fight when they were going to make it before, that it wouldn't have been for a world title. If Vergil Ortiz comes back and if Jaron Ennis holds on to these belts, that fight becomes a world championship fight, which I think gives it even more meritocracy, and it gives it the meritocracy.
Once you look past the promotional drama and look at the actual matchup, the debate gets even deeper. While Boots dazzles everyone with his raw athleticism and flashy skills, LaShawn McCoy points out a serious reality check regarding his actual resume. The true test is whether his undeniable talent can match the grit of a proven warrior who has already survived the deepest waters in the division.
That's the real question. The question is, because Boots looks better, like he's slicker, he's more athletic, more talented, right? That's why we even talk about the comparison with the Crawford. The only thing is Vergil, he's fought better competition, right? And one thing about all sports, you gotta go out there and play the game. You gotta go out there and fight the fight. So we all love Boots because he looks like, but that's the Vergil part, is like Vergil actually has fought some of the top competition.
There is a growing belief from Malik Scott that we are dealing with a rare, generational phenomenon capable of utterly destroying elite opposition. He is convinced that this ceiling is so terrifyingly high that even the absolute best in the world will look like total amateurs against him.
Boots have the ability to have the Roy Jones, Montel Griffin 2 type of performances, not just against guys of that quality, but even against guys of higher quality.
I do not. Comparing anyone to the legendary Roy Jones Jr. usually sounds crazy, but Malik Scott and Max Kellerman debate if this specific matchup might actually trigger that level of historic dominance. The sheer anticipation hinges on whether Boots can deliver a masterclass so flawless it completely dismantles a near-great opponent.
Jones' potential, but I think Roy Jones at his best was the best I've ever seen.
That potential what Roy did to Montel in that second fight. Talk about performance.
Could do that to Vergil Ortiz?
I think guys that's great and good. That's all I'm saying, Max. Guys that's good. I don't think he could do that just to guys at that level. I think there's fighters out there that's considered almost great, above good, that Boots can do that too. I think he's that special.
Max Kellerman notes that Boots possesses every single weapon required to dominate boxing, from lethal power to a brilliant ring IQ. Yet, the ultimate question mark lingering over his career is how he will react when someone finally pushes him into a brutal life and death struggle.
What we need to know about Boots is we know he has size, length, speed, technique,
poisonous,
technique,
high IQ,
all of that stuff, and punching power.
Yes, he does.
Both hands. We know he has all that. Now the question is, how does he respond to adversity? Yes. How does he respond to a tough fight? Does the gap between him and his opponent remain that wide as he fights top fighters? That we need to know.
Mike Coppinger highlights that we already know his rival has looked into the eyes of defeat, tasted the canvas, and found a way to survive. That grueling ring experience creates a massive danger zone for Boots, who enters this mega fight with superior talent but zero experience in late-round warfare.
Vergil Ortiz faced adversity. He got dropped against Sergey Boachuk, came back, and it was a close fight. You could argue that Boachuk would not fight. So I think Boots Ennis is more talented than Vergil Ortiz, yes. But if the fight does indeed happen next, and it's not close to being done yet, I do think that you have to give the experience advantage to Ortiz.
Despite that massive danger zone, Max Kellerman declares that the time for building up prospects and fighting safe contenders is officially over, as the hunt for undisputed glory begins right now. He is standing at the precipice of greatness, and the entire boxing world is waiting to see if he can seize the throne immediately.
He said he's going belt hunting. He said that he's got to
going on
start
tour, he said.
fighting
Yes.
good fighters, and not plausible good fighters, but the top fighters in the division that he's in. Immediately, he's there. There's nothing more to develop. He's ready to go. All right.
Roy Jones Jr. firmly declares that this is absolutely the right fight at the exact right time, because the world is done watching Jaron coast through easy victories. He views Vergil as the ultimate truth machine, peaking at the perfect moment to finally unlock the real answers about Jaron's true ceiling.
Like talking about Vergil Ortiz.
You better believe it. You act like you was up for the challenge. Everybody knows that like Boots said, it's time for him. Everybody wants to see Boots against a real opponent. Vergil, you're peaked right now. You're the best option to make us, to let us figure out all the answers that we want to know about Boots Ennis.
Sean Zittel and Sean Porter note that while Jaron has always looked amazing, his growth seems to have plateaued compared to a rapidly evolving rival. The ultimate mystery is whether Jaron can finally unlock his true magnificence, or if something invisible is holding him back from reaching that next level.
I've long given the edge to Boots because he's a ridiculous talent, but Murataya Cruz, the corner matchup, made me go, huh.
The more time.
Robert's pretty confident about it.
The more time that has gone by.
Yeah.
We have not seen Boots in game growing. We have for
Vergil. Yeah.
We've seen Vergil become a better version of himself.
Yeah.
We've seen Boots be an amazing version of himself over and over and over and over and over. You know? And I think that there comes a time where amazing becomes magnificent. And I think he has the ability to become magnificent, but there's something there that's preventing that. I just think he's been just simply amazing. And I think that even for someone of his talent, of his stature, that the way he's grown in this thing, I think there's another level for him as well, and I don't think he's gotten there yet.
Sean Porter warns that relying solely on flashiness and raw physical gifts could lead to a catastrophic wake-up call against a highly disciplined machine. He reflects on vital advice from his own father, proving that pure athleticism will eventually fail you when facing someone who fights with supreme velocity and structure.
Yeah, man, Vergil looked really good against Lubin.
Yeah.
Boots is no Lubin. Boots is a different cut from that, respectfully, to Lubin.
100%.
But the way Robert is operating right now, he's on fire. And I wonder if some bad habits from Jaron Ennis catch up with him against a guy who's faster than you think, who may come out of the high guard, but fights with everything. He fights with velocity.
You get to a point where you have to be more disciplined. And I think that that's something that Boots lacks. And my dad was drilling so much into me. One of the things that always resonated, or that I remember him always saying, that to me resonates with me as I comment on Boots. My dad would tell me, it can't always be just athleticism. You're not gonna always be able to win on athleticism. You're not gonna always be able to win with just speed. You're not gonna always be able to win with just power. We have to be able to mix it all up so that you have whatever you need at any point in time. And I think that we're looking at a Vergil who's very disciplined.
Sean Porter spots glaring defensive holes that could easily catch up to Jaron if he continues to gamble entirely on his natural reflexes. The tension rises as experts watch him repeatedly get hit, wondering if a sharper and more calculated opponent will finally exploit these dangerous habits.
And while he, compared to Boots, looks basic, his basic style, his basic package is very sharp. And I think it's, in some ways, for you, like for you and I, we look at it and we say, well, when we see some holes at certain points that could catch up with you, we could be completely wrong. And you just that much more talented on that night, and it just is what it is. But for us, we're looking at it like, hey, man, we want you to be 100%, and this is the deficiency we see. I think that he relies too much on his athleticism, and sometimes it gets him put in a position where other guys have never been able to capitalize on it, and even the ones that did, it was like, okay, yeah, he got hit. Okay, yeah, he's getting hit.
Sean Porter reminds everyone that his past warnings about slowing down and letting the young fighter truly mature are finally ringing true. All that explosive energy must be properly contained and channeled, otherwise it will simply scatter everywhere and leave him completely vulnerable to a devastating counterattack.
And you guys are saying now what I was saying a long time ago, hey, let's slow down, let's let this kid grow, let's let him get, yeah, everybody was saying I was hating. But now everybody says Boots ain't this and Boots ain't that, and he get hit too much and he ain't got no defense. And once upon a time, he was gonna smash everybody. And now people saying, oh yeah, you know, Terrence will wipe him out. Well, what about what y'all was saying years ago? I was telling y'all to slow down, and now y'all are seeing all that athleticism has to be, like we were talking about tail, it has to be confined and honed and created this thing so that on fight night it goes boom and it blossoms, not boom and it goes everywhere, and at any point in time you can catch it. You know what I mean? It has to be boom and there's nothing stopping it.
Sean Zittel predicts a highly explosive collision where Jaron's brutal ability to punish the body from various angles will test a notoriously tight defense. This matchup promises absolute fireworks because the opposition possesses the rare hand speed and technical precision necessary to fire back during heavy exchanges.
One thing that interests me in this fight would be his body punching. I think Boots is a nasty body puncher, and he'll hit you from different angles with both hands and both stances. You know, Vergil is the come forward Mexican-American fighter with the high guard. Maybe it's here when he's up here. Boots is a nasty body puncher. I'll tell you what, man, that's gonna be a very exciting fight, a very explosive fight. Vergil has the hand speed to compete with Boots in the exchanges the way other fighters he's fought haven't. He's keeps everything tight and come back, and it's technically sound.
Sean Zittel emphasizes that Jaron must resist the urge to dig into his bag of tricks early and instead stay highly disciplined behind a steady jab. If he can withstand the incoming power and establish his rhythm, his unpredictable switch-hitting attack will become an absolute nightmare to contain.
But Boots, if he could take the power well and get into a rhythm in that fight, he starts hitting from both sides of the plate everywhere. That athleticism is a problem.
Yeah.
The jab is going to be key for him in that fight out of both stances. He's going to have to fight behind his jab and not just get to the bag of tricks early. He's going to have to fight honest behind his jab and discipline. But if he can, I think that body attack could be very interesting coming Vergil Ortiz's way from Jaron Ennis. I mean, if the fight happens in April, we could discuss it.
What do you think about this explosive matchup? And who do you have walking away with the unified championship gold if these two giants finally collide in the ring? Do you believe Jaron's raw athletic gifts will carry him to a historic masterclass? Or will Vergil's disciplined pressure and high ring velocity expose the defensive holes the experts are warning us about? Will Eddie Hearn succeed in making this mega fight happen next, or will the promotional roadblocks and legal contract issues with Golden Boy force a disappointing delay? How do you think Jaron will respond to true adversity if Vergil manages to land his signature power shots and drags him into a brutal, late-round dogfight? Does Vergil's proven experience of climbing off the canvas give him a massive psychological edge over an opponent who has never been pushed to his absolute limits? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and tune in for more videos like this.